Hello and welcome to my channel, KeyKey's Crown of Spiritual Empress. I am your girl Kiki. My segment's all KeyKey's Thoughts. Before I get into my thought today, I would ask the Most High, the Holy Spirit, the angels, the ancestors, and the universe under the sound of my voice to bless me as well as the collective as a whole and as a unit, y'all. Let's jump into my thought because I know God and the angels got us. You feel me? Because I know God don't play about me. I don't play about him. So, my thought today is this: healing takes time, grieving has no limits. Um, Love, unconditionally, given properly, is endless. It don't matter if you forgive people or if you choose not to. Forgiveness is always for you. So start by forgiving yourself, ask God to forgive you, and forgive those who have betrayed you, hurt you, backstabbed you, talk shit about you, vice versa. Because everybody accused of talking shit one way or another, whether it's me collective or you. We bounce back, we petty sometimes. It is what it is. But back to the forgiveness part. Okay. Just because you forgive does not mean that you will forget how people made you feel, the things they have said and partaken in against you collective. And another thing, because you forgive these people, I don't care who they are, don't mean that you have to deal with them ever again in your life. It's your choice. Because God uses people, the devil does too. That's why it's good and best to use your discernment, your intuition, and go with that. Because when family betrays you and hurts you, you still love them. You forgive them, but you don't have to deal with their ass either. And if you choose to deal with them in the correct manner and place them in your life where they belong, just like you'll do a stranger or anybody else who has betrayed you and all the other things I mentioned, collective. And just know that prayer can change things, God can change things, the angels go before you and help bring changes in things. God will not take anything away from us. He will give you the guidance and the strength to get through it. It's up to you to decide if you're going to go right or you're going to go left. It's your choice. And remember, narcissistic people, narcissists, period, love to create false narratives. They like to create illusions. They do not serve God. They pretend just like Satan was a beautiful angel. Some of these people are beautiful and handsome, but they're not good at heart. They have no value in anything except what they want. That is greed, power, status, what they look like. And they end up with the short end of the stick because they end up with nothing. They feed off energy, right along with energy vampires. They harvest is what they do. That's why they have to have a harem, as they call it, of hosts of men and women all around them that they sleep with, that they entertain to keep hanging on a hook. Because the truth is, some of their sex is trash. It has been trash. That's why they use a lot of drugs and hallucinogens to make it fool you. Because your sacral chakra is what kept them hooked in the first place, not the other way around. And just be aware when y'all going out to these clubs drinking and eating from people because these people are on the hunt. Witchcraft is becoming very common in everything, and we are losing a lot of good entertainers for them being sacrificed. They spoke out, and for that, they're being poisoned. They're being set up just like we might not be celebrities at all. We might be celebrities to the ethers, as above, so below, okay? So, sacrificing people for these individuals are nothing. They sacrifice their own to get what they want. And, far as the government and this MK Ultra situations that have been going on since before I was born and still going to go on, pray over your devices, unseen and seen, wherever you go, wherever you at, whomever you're around. Because it's coming very common that people like to pull their phones out. Instead of helping one another, they like to record everything, good or bad, but mostly bad, mostly negative. things. And, real men and women don't sit around plotting on other people's demise, because they want to be famous, they want to be seen as socialites. And people should really stop normalizing BBLs and all this casket ready makeup. You know, stop it. Natural beauty is here to stay. It always been a beautiful thing, and it forever will be. I mean, whether you get big, small, or indifferent, scratch mark, non-scratch mark, you still beautiful. Somebody gave you life, so you're still beautiful. You're still gorgeous. You're still handsome. You're still a looker. Somebody's still gonna look at you. And you know, for me, y'all, I had my fair share of messing around and clowning and all that good shit that it comes to trying to find love in all the wrong places and all the wrong things. Till God had to wake me up, shake me, and stir me, and steer me in the right direction He wanted me to go in. And I decided that I wanted to become the Empress rightfully. So I had to go through my dark night of the soul, no matter how long it took to become a divine feminine, to realize the Bible, what it says, is true. We play all different kind of roles and characters, and becoming an earth angel or finding out your earth angel is amazing. And people got to realize what that means. That means we are angels in human form. And people have done everything that they done to Jesus. The only difference is they wasn't able to nail our asses to the cross and crucify us. They tried, but it wasn't gonna happen. Because what's for you is for you. What's meant for you is gonna always find you. Now, for the people who have committed fraud, identity theft, stolen, with all these court officials and their money, all the power, but that's coming crashing down. A lot of people finna get despoiled, fired, exposed for being corrupt. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna keep happening. The world is round, 360-degree angle. It's gonna keep happening. World around is only difference is the 144,000 are here, and it's time for us to rise. So, rise up. Call judgment on situations that you know are unjustly or unfair. But don't go around pointing fingers at people and judging them. Don't do that. Don't break these spiritual laws, universal laws, because you're spiritually gifted and you can see things that people cannot see. You're aware of things that people are not aware of because you too, at one point in time, was asleep before God decided to wake you up and lift your veil. And in some areas, your veil are vaguely lifting until it's all the way lifted when God feels like you are ready for that spiritual gift to be activated. You're going to keep evolving. You're going to keep growing. You're going to keep speaking. You're going to keep standing on business in the spiritual streets, baby, and leave these karmas in the alley for them $5 where they like to be. You're not going to be a part of no sex cult, no sex ritual, no occultist. Because when you know that we, the people, make the congregation. Okay? And for his relationships, sometimes it's best to be isolated. Stay in hermit mode. Go back to being celibate. Now you might not become a virgin or whatever, but it's okay to stay celibate. Sex is so overrated. They put it in everything right along with witchcraft to get you to, you know, fall for it. And just because you're alone does not mean you're lonely because the truth is when you're in these spiritual gifted modes, you are never alone. You always have somebody with you, watching you, looking out for you, going before you, protecting you from things seen and unseen that you may not even be aware of. But God, the Holy Spirit, the angels, the answers, the universe is well aware of things that we are not. And we shouldn't be. And, we understand what we understand. Those that don't understand, that detour from wisdom and knowledge, you know what they say about them. Okay? And some people lack knowledge because they think they know everything. Instead of reading it for yourself, finding out for yourself, or listening, you might learn something from somebody. We don't know everything because, see, when you learn, you grow. So, how are you going to grow if you don't learn nothing? You're going to be stagnant. And sometimes you have to, it's just like a child leaving the nest. Even if they return, help that child. We're from New Orleans, that's what we do. But it's at a point of time you got to pray for people and let go and let God. Let them find their way. They don't have to do what you do or say what you say. You can only give them guidance, the help that they need at that time, and probably elaborate some things that they're not sure about. And then they can go look for it for themselves. Because some people are stubborn that way. They want to be book smart and street smart, and they neither. They might know what's in them books. They might know big words and they use them and they don't go properly with the shit they're talking about. Just because they know a big word. Educated fools is what they are. And far as Satan goes, he gets no glory or no power unless you give him some. He really can't read your mind. He can only hear what you say out your mouth and your thoughts. So if you give him glory, the more powerful he gonna get in your life and gonna wreak havoc. He's a trickster spirit. He's gonna trick you, clean up out of everything that you really desire to have in your life. And you may not have much or nothing. You may have a nice little apartment, this and that. Things are, may not be the way you want it, but you're right where God say you need to be. And at least you have food in your belly, a roof over your head, a couple of dollars left after you pay them bills to get you a pack of cigarettes or whatever it is, a blunt, whatever it is. Be grateful and thankful and appreciative to God because for me, He's my provider. So therefore, I'm able to provide along with my household as a unit. God is the head of my household, and me and my partner, we are the heads of our household as well. And I don't mean partner like a lesbian relationship. Let me clear that up now. Okay, let me clear that up. Yeah, clear that up. But we're partners, okay? And we work as a unit. That's how you know, one thing about houses and homes, if there's no life in it, it can't live. That's why they have abandoned buildings. If no life is in us, we can't live. I'm full of life. And that's why I speak life into all of you. And when you like, I don't care if you like it, watch it, view it. I read energy very well now, and I'm getting better as the days go on. I appreciate you guys. That's why I send peace, love, and light to my enemies, my haters, and my foes all the time because I thank them for all the betrayals, for all the shit talking, for all the plots and plans and scheming that they done to me. It just elevates me to become more and more and more one with my higher self. And it lets me know that they don't belong in my life. I don't ever claim a circle collective because snakes make circles and the head usually pops out the middle to bite your ass. If you know, you know. Okay? And spiritual streets is my thing now because that's what I'm on. I'm deep in these spiritual streets and I'm not turning back. Okay? And I just want y'all to know that I love you guys, collective. I love you. I love the readers that God sends me to for my confirmation. I love the readers that doing the right thing, that's not abusing divination, knowing that they're spiritually gifted. I love those and appreciate those that use their gifts to help mankind, not to abuse mankind. Because you know what? They'll be stripped of their gifts, just like these karmics, in an instant. Soon as you start abusing what God gave you, He's gonna remove it from you. I'm here to tell you that now. You're gonna lose it. And there ain't nothing you can do. Witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, you're not gonna get it back. And your spiritual protection is gonna leave. And everybody who you was protecting, they won't be protected either. They'll have to fend for themselves and go to God for themselves. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I am Kiki Chronicles, Spiritual Empress. I love you guys. As above, so below. Just know that karmic justice and legal justice is being served. Everyone who went against you collective is being exposed. These narcissists, ego deaths are just they just dead. The egos are just dead. They bad. You know, they might be playing on your phone. They want to talk. They cannot come in your good graces. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't like me. I ain't changing my phone number. I just don't talk to certain people. I don't want to. I don't have to. They're not ever getting none of my good energy, my pure heartedness again. They lost me. I didn't lose a damn thing. But I gained freedom. I gained wisdom. I gained knowledge. I gained more spiritual gifts than I could ever use at one time. I gained clarity. I gained love. And I gained the soul tribe. Yeah. And all the false narratives people put out, I don't give a fuck about. That's what narcissists and haters do. They insecure. So instead of them working on the insecurity, the mental help they need, they rather cipher off of God's chosen. Ain't happening no more, y'all. Y'all stay woke and stay aware. For y'all that be in them clubs and them street, be aware that they trying to sacrifice the cipher energy any way they can. So be mindful when y'all drinking and eating from people, man. Y'all know this. Y'all in these spiritual streets, y'all know that. Y'all keep spread the word and tell our people, man. So with that being said, I love you guys. I'm sending peace, love, and light to everyone. Y'all keep y'all head up, staying on business in these spiritual streets. My black brothers, my black sisters, my sisters from other mothers, my brothers from other mothers, I send peace, love, and light to all of you again. From Empress to Empress, Divine Feminine to Divine Feminines, to you Empress. Any Divine Masculines, Kings and Queens, not the distorted ones. I love you guys. See y'all on my next video. Remember something. This is my channel. And can't nobody do it better than the kids. Alright? I'm me, you. Let's stand together in these spiritual streets. I love you. To my next video.